Welcome everyone! Welcome to the stream. Today I'm very excited to be showing off Terra Invicta. This game, oh my gosh, this game. It might be... okay, let me just quickly summarize my experience with this game so far, and let me also see if I can pull up my Steam statistics. I received the press link to this, and thank you so much to Anthony and the press people. They've been great. Received this link, or the press access on Wednesday, but I didn't. I'm very busy, you know. I wish I only worked 40 hours a week type thing, so I wasn't able to get to this game until Friday, which is actually only because XFears, I don't know if you're in the chat, XFears, but thanks for XFears posting a link to, let's see if I get this right. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with this channel, but PerunGamingAU has done a series on this, which is fantastic. And if you want a very in-depth, wonderful, it's just the perfect series in my opinion, there's a link to it in the video description here. So if you haven't heard of this game and you want to see expert, well-commentated gameplay, go to the link in the video description. Even if it means you sign off from this stream. But I mean, we'll be playing around with some things here. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Now, I also think that I'm led to believe at least that this will be available as a demo. This is a demo. So look at this, 0.2.05p demo. We're dealing with the demo here, and you would think, okay, early access, and my kind of alarm bells go off when it comes to early access, but in this game, I have not experienced any game crashes and just a very few bugs. This is as polished a game as people would consider a release nowadays. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's go to a new game before I gush on too much. Let me also pull up the chat, make sure I'm watching. Hello! Welcome to Adam. Look at this. Miguel, Mr. Ringworld, Cutler, Tangle, Lord High Admiral Dimcules, and Coffee Smug. Yeah, so Coffee says that he saw Nookrium playing this. Nookrium, by the way, another great channel. I don't have a link to his because I think that the definitive series on this is going to be PerunAU's or PerunGamingAU's. But anyway, this game, so I wanted to tell my story. I started watching this on Friday and I was like, you know, this looks pretty interesting. It gives me a lot of Superpower 2 vibes with the actual 3D Earth that you can rotate. We'll see that in a second. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to pull up my Steam statistics. Let me just do this real fast. Sorry, give me half a second more. I'll make sure to put a note for people who are watching this in the future when the gameplay actually begins. But let me see. Tortuga Power, Profile. What have I been doing? Does it not show? Is this not being registered? Am I playing? Does it register me as playing this game right now? Maybe not. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it does not register this game on Steam. Well, maybe to my benefit, because apparently, I'm just gonna guess I put like 12 hours in this game in like 2 days, 3 days. It's just crazy. So, yeah, bottom line is, this game has sucked me in. It's a game that sucks me in. I can only describe it. Another game which comes to mind that did this for me was like Skyrim. The first time I played Skyrim, I was sucked in. And totally different game, but I just want to give you like a sense of the feeling. Or Oblivion. Oblivion even more so, because it was my first real experience with that like open world, the Elder Scrolls type stuff. But anyways, this game has sucked me in, and I'm all in so far. So I can only say I have nothing but the highest praise for this game so far. But without piquing your interest more, let's just actually show off what I'm talking about. In the demo, which I think will be available for you starting tomorrow, you will be able to choose, just like me, only one faction, the Resistance. But there are several other factions. Customize just changes the name, doesn't really matter. So let's go do normal game difficulty. I'm not going to turn on the tutorial, because I've gone through most of the tutorial stuff, and I've watched, again, PerunGamingAU's wonderful series on it, which basically is, if you watch that, I would consider, you'd probably consider yourself already an average player, even without having picked up the game. So, there it is. Let's, so this is the dudes behind the Long War. That's right. And I would say this feels like, to me, without knowing that it was made by the people from Long War, or maybe having known that but having forgot it in the moment, this game feels a lot like if Superpower 2 or Geopolitical Simulator met XCOM. And I think that there is also like a tactical XCOM in space, but with ships. That whole combat aspect, I'm not going to show off. I haven't done it yet. I frankly am not even interested in it. I am so into the geopolitical simulation and the nation controlling and all that. And the game, I think the gameplay mechanics are extremely good. Extremely good. I don't even know, sometimes I wonder, did they even do this on purpose? Could they have gotten it this right? Now this will all be voice acted, I've been told later. So some notes about this. I should also pull up the other press comments. But basically, we're looking at a very early release. And when I say it's early release, and I already mentioned how polished the game seems, it's the perfect way to do a game in my opinion. They've left all the art assets and polished gameplay, voiceover type stuff. That's perfectly fine to come last. That's obviously not going to impact the gameplay, which is going to be, polishing and bug squashing, all that kind of stuff. So I think they're doing a great job. So if anybody from the actual Terra Invicta team is watching, team or extended team, whatever it is, you guys are doing a great job. Please keep it up. I know that this is one of those games that has been on people's wish list for a long time, and we're finally getting to the point where the game is going to be playable, so that'll be very exciting. I only hope, and this is my strong hope, I only hope that I expect they're going to have an amazing amount of positive feedback and good reception from this, because that's the way I feel, and I don't have time to play that many games, so I'm really pouring my heart into this. But I hope that they don't let their foot off the gas pedal, because whatever they're doing right now, just keep doing it and keep pushing to the finish line. This is going to be one of the best games of 2020s, this whole decade. Could maybe even make honorable mention, or who knows, maybe it could be up there for one of my favorite games of the millennium. Basically, one of my favorite games of all time. That's pretty, I'm putting a lot of expectations. Let's just get to the game. Okay, so welcome to Terra Invicta. There'll be some changes with this compared to the final release. Man, we know. We only get 7 years of play, so that's going to limit our long-term playing options, obviously. So even though I know that, I'm not going to play as if the game's going to end in 7 years, because I think this game is supposed to go on for decades. And I mean, it's a long war, people. Do you know how many hours I put into XCOM before Long War? Probably 70. Do you know how many hours I put into the original XCOM with Long War? Maybe 400. So these people know how to give you a lot of gameplay. I'm not worried about that. The premise of the game is a UFO has crashed on the Earth, and this has just put the world into into a fervor of what the heck is going on, what do we do next? This happened to happen in Chad, which is interesting because that one of my potential plans, it doesn't really matter where it happens, as far as I know. I mean, it matters a small amount, but not much. One of the strategies I was considering pursuing for the stream was an Africa unification one, which would be very hard, but kind of entertaining, I guess. Anyway, so as the Resistance, I am the leader of the Resistance, and this is kind of like my spokesperson, or really the head. I mean, the face of the organization is this lady, Fiona Ayode, or whatever her name is, but she's British, and she's the leader. She was the previous leader of the Resistance, passing the reins on to me. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know it myself. Anyways, let's just pause this. New objective. Okay, so they want you to go explore, and of course, because we come from PerunGamingAU's, or GamingAU's gameplay, we know we don't want to actually do that right away. Our people have better things to do. But let's just start and go ahead and take a look at the game. So this gives me huge Superpower 2 vibes. The fact that you can just right-click and rotate. I love games like this because there is a huge distance mismatch when you give us a rectangular world. You get the stupid thing where Alaska is about the size of Mexico plus the rest of the body of the United States. It's comical, but, at some point, it's ridiculous. So this is really nice. I like this. And also nice because Superpower 2 is a game I played a ton of, and it gives me that vibe right away. We're going to start off by... So the first mechanic of the game, which I think is wonderful, is this massive land grab thing. You can think of this as like if it was a 4X game like Civilization, you know, you have your initial phase where you expand your cities and you get, like, you push your border to the limit of other people's borders. We're going to be doing that, but with like a fervor that's like 100 times more frantic than that, because basically all the cities are already there. The whole map is already cityified and nationified. We're just going to go and fight with the other factions for control of these other ones. And how we're going to do that is we're going to be doing these control... Okay, well, I need to go 1 minute for us to get into the operations phase, so let me just go 1 minute. There we go. Okay, so now I can go to control nation, and with this, we can, well, that 54% success is not the United States, I'm sure of that. Yeah. So if we wanted to take over Chad has one control point, which means that one successful control nation will give me a control point, would give me the entire control of Chad. What would that mean for us? Well, it turns out Chad is not the most influential nation in the world. It is not quite the same as grabbing, say, the United States, or China, or India, or any part of the EU. So what would it do? It would give us a little bit of economic stuff, monthly investment points, and research. And then we'd be able to control Chad. Maybe turn it into some, you know, beautiful, democratic... Well, you know, it starts off totalitarian. I think this goes on a range from 0 to 10, where you can see that there are some really good democracies like Germany. It's a full democracy at 8.7. So it's quite, you know, they consider it very high up on the democratic scale. Places like France and the United States are considered flawed democracies. Yeah, Canada's also considered a full democracy. You get it into the middle ground where you have, this is anocracy. What would be, like, Spain should be a flawed democracy. Oh, that's actually higher than I expected for Spain. Okay, sorry, Spanish people. I lived in Spain for a while, and you know, with all those movements to separate and all that, wasn't sure if that would be considered a lower or higher on the democratic scale. You can go to, then you go down the list. Let's say, what would Israel be? Oh, wow, they give it really high marks. Okay, I'm not a person who's very knowledgeable about these things. Please don't take my comments as any offense. They're just naive comments. But anyways, you have the full spectrum here. And taking over Chad would be a real challenge to bring this thing up to something which is going to compete at the international scale. But okay, let me read the comments real fast, by the way. Let's see. Oh. Station's ships are real size in this game. If you zoom in on your fleets orbiting a planet, it actually looks realistic. That's great. That's a nice touch. So the strategy that I have used has been a regurgitation of Perun's strategy, which is to take over the EU. In my current game that I had, I took over EU, Russia, Kazakhstan, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. I was pretty much the entire world. I mean, yes, there was a lot of fighting over Asia, and there's a lot to say about... But, I mean, I had so many resources, it was fun. So what for this one, we might want to do something else. Hi, Gandalf. No, you didn't miss anything yet. We're about to decide our strategy. We could do, like, some South America. Now, as far as the tech tree goes, I don't know if there is a unification for South America. Why don't we just view the full tree and see if that comes up under a search. Central American Confederation. Okay, South American Union. It's somewhere in here. It takes 20,000. Okay, this is probably not achievable in the 7-year span. But Bolivia gains a claim on the following regions. Manaus, Brasilia, Bogota, Ecuador. I'm just assuming that South American, so it says Bolivia, but I assume that that's, you know, just a way of unifying them. Okay, so what would be the path for us to achieve this? Note this is a big tech tree. We'd have to go to, okay, we'd need to go to Great Nations. And to get that, we would need unity movements, arrival international relations, and arrival domestic politics. This is achievable. It might even be achievable within the 7-year time period. I'm not sure it would be pushing it. I think it could be achieved. I don't know if that is what we want to do for our very first public game. We can just kind of do whatever we want, though. So let me just hear a little bit from the chat. Is there any particular strategy? I know that in my Discord last night we were referring to an Africa First type thing, which I think would be a disaster, but it would be comical, and I'm willing to run with it, because this stream... by the way, the game which releases... the demo which releases tomorrow for you, I don't think it has a save game option. So really, it's just you're going to be... Yeah, that tech tree, oh man, these guys are serious. Which I'm not surprised by, considering how detailed the Long War was. So I love the tech tree. Anyway, we could do an Australia, we could do an Asian type thing, where we... the Pacific Islands type focus. Just not sure... Just not sure what to do. I could go with just a North America type playthrough and like forget the EU. This is actually not that hard to grab. Okay, I say not that hard, but it's not complex to grab. It's just takes a lot of work. So, let me actually see what we have as far as control nation chances here. 7%, 0%, 4%. Pretty bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's take a look at our advisors, because we can get 1, 2 more. No, only 1. We don't have the influence. We'll eventually be able to get 4, but we only have the influence for 1 right now, because they cost either 30 or 60. Anyway, you're from Dallas? What? Who's joining us from Dallas? Brittany Penzo. Interesting. And you are... a scientist. What's your actual... Oh, you're literally a scientist, okay. And you have no persuasion to speak of, which is terrible for the very beginning of the game. You are ethical, you are low profile, and you are inflexible. You are pretty terrible. Might be the worst advisor I've started off with in my 6 or so starts. Yeah, I think so. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Okay, so yeah, you're garbage. Thank you for joining the team. It's going to make things even more exciting. Okay, and thankfully we have one person with extremely good persuasion. Government, opinion... Oh, this person's great. This person might just make the difference. In fact, it's actually probably better to have one really good and one really bad one. Because infiltrating places like the United States, at the EU, if you wanted to do that, those are harder places to get to. Let's see. Mission control. So -1. Oh god. Affluent. Indulgent. -2. Okay, so her influence is -1 for money, which is not a big problem. This is already taken into account. One thing to note: this is monthly. This is daily. This will get you. It always gets me. I'm always like, why is my research 1? Well, it's actually 35.8 a month. So any reference to research you would see here, or money or influence, is all monthly, and these values are daily. Gotta like kind of drill that into your brain. Okay, well let's see what she has. How capable she is. But also we can see what other advisors we have. We have Valdo Divina from the Philippines, and he is a commando, so that means command is high. Probably he doesn't give us any ops research. So that's actually not very appealing to me. Move on to the next one, basically. We probably should look at somebody with higher persuasion. Like you have higher persuasion, survivor, enemy of the state. Oh boy. So Libya. So if we actually want to do a Africa First type playthrough, this guy will not be helpful, at least in Libya, because you just can't go to Libya. You can get rid of that, by the way. You can augment them eventually with experience, and then you can remove that. Actually, I'm not sure if that's one of the ones you can remove. 7 persuasion looks good, but this person costs 60. Another 6 persuasion here. A tech mogul, which gives us... Oh, this is good. This is very good. Money, influence, and more importantly, ops, which is the hardest thing to get in this game. Not just from Perun's words, but also in my experience. But this person's very good. I'm actually shocked that they're only worth 30. And they're very young, which won't matter for us because 7 years, but if this wasn't the demo and we wanted to have one of our people stick around for a very long time. Sorry, you're a male. Bailey McNally. Hair kind of threw me off there for a second. The scientist character that can't convince anyone of the end of the world. What is that movie that just came out? I didn't watch it, but I mean, I get what the comedy they were going for. The Sky is Falling or something like that. Okay, let's go with this person. They're great. They're a tech mogul, but this is weird because I guess it doesn't matter. Quick learner. Yeah, the crew, that is so valuable. Connected gives us a little bit of influence. Undercover. Okay, I guess I like it. I like it. Let's recruit them for 30. We also want to go over to our research, and you saw the huge tree already. What I want to do is do management. This is going to reduce the number, the impact, or I should say it's going to increase slightly the number of control points we can take before we take an influence penalty. I think that's actually the most important one of the original ones you start with, but it won't be a high priority. Then we can also contribute to the other ones, and because... I don't know, I guess I won't... what are we doing? Are we going to do... are we going to do a Africa First thing? I'm waiting to hear from people. Because we can do... Okay, reunify East and Taiwan and West. I guess that's a... Oh, but it's Marauder! Marauder PL is the same person who taught me, essentially, I think. If I'm not remembering incorrectly, that's the same person who taught me War in the East 1. So I'll leave this as our tech stuff. And once we get going, I can zip. Believe it or not, I can zip a lot faster. Can't do that, I guess. Can't change the speed of how the game will run. Yeah, so I guess the important question is, what is Brittany's... No, what is Vastina's ability to do stuff in Canada? 32? Wow! Alright, we're in business. So we are in business. We can go for the America First campaign. If we want. Or do people want to go with like a Canada or a China type campaign? We could do something like North Korea into Mongolia, into Myanmar, you know, very fantastic places like Myanmar and North Korea. You know, really the bedrock of democracy. And from that, we can use that as a pivot into China. That probably won't help. We'll probably have to get things like the Himalayan states. Some places have countries. Some places are like an amalgamation. You know the word I'm trying to say. A group of countries. What I find particularly funny is they don't separate Austria and Switzerland. They merge those, but they keep Belize by itself. I don't know. Maybe it's because the Switzerland and Austria are like more easily rectifiable as a unity than Belize from its neighboring countries. Maybe that, but just I found this comical that I think Belize is the smallest country I've seen. I mean, I guess some of these other ones are pretty small, but it was a little surprising to see Belize made the cut as an individual. Oh, one Korea, says Mr. Ringworld. I kind of like this idea. We can do it. So, with this person, Vestina is amazing. Where do you hail from? I should look at it. You're from Middle Guinea. Ah, she would love for us to solve problems in Africa, but unfortunately, we're going to take her to Asia. Yeah, I think we'll do this. We'll try an Asia First campaign. I've never tried this, so this will be a little bit wild, but that's okay. I'm hoping that because North Korea has like no economy to speak of, 40 billion GDP, that we'd be able to take this with one of our other ones. Yeah, 74% success. We'd like to get into Japan. That would be a little bit more difficult. Taiwan is a 14%. That's doable. We could probably infiltrate this. Yeah, I kind of like this. Vietnam would be another good one. We'll kind of surround China and then, you know, we'll just see what we can do. So 74% for you. I think that Brittany is going to be our worst person as far as persuasion goes. Let's see if Brittany seems like the kind of person who wants to go to North Korea, wouldn't you say? Somebody, you know, from Texas, from Dallas, Texas, going to North Korea. What could go wrong? Let's try this. Okay, 45%, that's not good. But by giving her 4 points, she's up to 75%. I think that's probably all the points I'm going to give her. Good luck with the fearless leader. Now let's go to fast. Let's try to get South Korea. Is that the one we want next? 45%. It's quite doable. So yeah, we're going to go to Korea next. 4 points for this one. Let me actually do Bailey first, because however many points I can give to Festina is going to depend on how many points I need to give to Bailey to do something useful. Oh, okay, look, we can get this. Cambodia. 71%, we just give him 1 point. 77. Yeah, I'll do it. 1 point. And Festina is going to get... Good luck, South Korea. Going to 8. Just gonna bury our influence. We'll get some influence very quickly here. Does she know where North Korea is? Alright, let me confirm assignments. We're off. Oh my goodness. We're a long way from Texas before. Yep, we do have nukes in North Korea. That's one of the reasons why I think it'd be kind of fun to get them. So let me not just go at 3x. We can really just go at 5x. There's nothing to do in between. Oh, okay, what? We're going to deliver our manifesto just so I can get the most amount of influence. What I said about getting influence very quickly, well, there it is. So we're going to get our 50 influence here. And then I can use that.
They are here to
oh, the servants. Well, they are just the worst people.
It has always
I mean,
been true that we must leave the cradle
the worst.
our species is to survive.
Projects. Exodus. Okay, now, I want to say something.
The time to go
Get on my little soapbox here. This makes absolutely no sense. I think the game is like 10 out of 10 for like hard science. Well, at least a 9 out of 10. There's some things that I, like disagree with from a physics standpoint, but from a sensibility reason, what the heck does this mean? I like the idea that they have some kind of this isn't even capitalist. This is basically like Elon Musk. This is like Elon Musk's faction, but I don't really understand it. Or kind of. It's one part of Elon Musk's brains. Anyway, but this doesn't make any sense. We have found species who are very highly technologically advanced. They have come from out of our system into our system, and they pose a threat. The only hope of survival is to leave our system for somewhere else. That doesn't make any sense. If the aliens can move here, they can move anywhere else better than we can. That doesn't make sense. What are you gonna do? I mean, unless this is supposed to be like, let's build a mothership, a new... What the hell would it mean? Because without sun, you're just boned. Unless you just take a lot of fissile material, like you could just start... I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know what this project is about, Project Exodus. Let's go run away from the aliens who are like... It's like saying, I'm going to run away on my bicycle from a Ferrari. Doesn't really make sense. But maybe some things about this game are not supposed to. Maybe that's the tagline, underlying tagline is, hey, when the aliens come and human people do really weird things, some of them are not going to be very smart. Let's continue. My soapbox. I'm off my soapbox. That's it. But it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. Okay, so we have a choice management team. I don't know if there's any choice here besides taking the ops. I guess if you were really research focused, I just can't see. Definitely not influence. Definitely not money. Yeah, we'll take the ops. Yeah, it's 3 ops. It's very good. Oh no! Oh, this is a little confusing, by the way. Success chance 84%. We had an 84% chance of success and we failed. Hey, get out my Excel spreadsheet. We'll play the expectation value at the end of this. I consider myself notoriously bad at rolling well in RNG games. We'll see if it works out or not. It's easy math to do to find out if you were above or below your expected value at the end of the day. Anyway, we had a failure at 80 for 84%. But let's not also get too caught up in the RNG. I just know that the way I would make a game will be like light RNG, because RNG, you know, it's rough. Like a pass or fail, which can make or break a game based on a single die roll. I feel like it shouldn't happen. And there should be like, it shouldn't be discrete. It should be like a continuum as much as you can of results. Like 84, a 91 would be a slight failure. Like we partially control it. Anyway, so we got unlucky here. Let's continue.
Our presence is growing.
We succeeded in Cambodia. Right. Great. Thank you, Bailey.
We still lack support.
Okay. Well, this is not a promising start. But there is nonetheless. Okay, so by the way, let me explain this. So when you see 84%, that means that the game rolled higher than our 81. I think that this might be better if it was like inverted. Essentially, we needed them to roll a 19 or less. Like you can think of it like normally skill checks are like if you don't exceed. So basically, this was on a D100. They needed to roll a 19 or less to fail. Or we needed to roll a 19 or more to succeed, and we rolled a 16. Well, poop. Let's move on. Okay, so I have this. By the way, you can turn this on in the options if you haven't seen this on Perun's thing. There's an option to leave up the results from the previous thing. I find this is helpful to see just in a nutshell. I love to see how many times I failed when I was expecting to succeed. It's like a reminder of the day-to-day going-ons of Tortuga's life. How just failure is permeating all facets of my life, including video games. No, I kid. It's a stand-up routine. All right, Brittany.
Your orders?
I really think that you're just you're getting the charm with. You're working up that charm with you know, fearless leader and all that. So let's give you another go. We do have 67, and I should, by the way, go grab somebody else just so we can have 4 attempts at failure instead of just 3. Who do I want? We can get we can roll a 60 now, but I think that that influence might be better spent trying to convince fearless leader that we really are the right people for them. Investigation of 9 is just crazy. Age is 62, which hopefully won't matter. This game is so good, by the way. I just love it. As soon as I get some actual places we can control, then we can start worrying about like the geopolitical simulation side of things. This is really good. I have a hard time. They give us 6.4 influence, so they're not like a nobody. I don't mind the cynic because it actually shows up lower apparent loyalty than real loyalty. Suspicious is fine. Government is actually good. We get contracts that we wouldn't otherwise get, or organizations we can get. And aware. Yeah, I mean this is okay. 0 administration is a kick in the groin. Let's look a little bit further. What are right now my other people's administrations? We have a 5, a 4, and a 5. So the way organizations work is you can see the 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. Let me know if this is wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the way it works, but you have administration of 4 means I can get 2 2-stars, or 1 2-star and 2 1-stars. 1 2-star and 2 1-stars. Yeah. Anyway, so that's your administration is how many total stars you can get, as far as I know. It's not like the total number of organizations. The 3-star ones, like the CIA. Hey, it'd be nice to have the CIA. I'd have to say. Get 5 ops per month. That's insane. Probably not going to be able to afford them. Minus 400. Wait. Oh wow. Their monthly income is a monthly cost of 400. That's very expensive. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you actually won over the United States, that wouldn't be so bad. Okay, let's go back and recruit somebody without taking too much time. Here's another 7 in persuasion. And at the very beginning of the game, persuasion is everything. Puppet Master? +1 espionage. Okay, it's just espionage. And they can do control nation, which we already know. Affluent gives us a little bit of income. 1.1, 8.6. Government. Let's see. We have a 6 over here with not very much. Okay, it's kind of interesting to get a rebel, but no, I think we're going to go down here and get this one right here. Confirm. Save our influence for other things. Now, we have 4 people we can try and fail with. We, by the way, we completely possess Laos. So, you know, there's that. Or Cambodia. We could probably do Laos next. Yeah, 84%. Look at that, 84% from Bailey. I kind of wanted to leave Brittany to do that, but he has an 81% chance of gelling with Fearless Leader on his own, which is better than trying to get that high of a percentage by throwing away my influence. So let's do that instead.
We'll bring this nation to our
Surely we won't fail another 80%. What are the... It's impossible to even calculate the odds of that around 4%. %. Yeah, I mean, things are better because... Wait, what? Why? We failed. Why? Okay, I'm not going to question it. Yeah, but this is looking good. We'll just add 1 to this. Good luck, Brittany. Another place in the world you've never been to since you come from Texas, and I'm going to live with those stereotypes. Alright, our number 1 gal in the game, Vastina, can you... 56. Oh, well, just have to throw... Can't fail that. No, I know you can't. I actually made a mistake here. Oh, you don't even have the ability to do possess country? That's fine. We can start working on... I have to spend money for this, which I'm not a big fan of, but... I don't care about that. Okay, well... I'm going to buy myself time. So there are some good options here. We need money in order to do this, and to get the money we need... Well, I should also... Stop. I'm just going to have him go investigate the actual crash. Where was it in? It was in... Yeah. It was in Chad, of all places. So let's have him go investigate this. It'll give us the lore behind this, which I think the lore in this game is pretty good. It's quite enjoyable. Okay, so that's that, but there's one other thing I want to do. Yes. Well, we can confirm these assignments, but what I want to do is go over here to the place I control. And now we can do, we can control their priorities. What do I want to do? I don't want to do resist. I want to choose my own. So we're going to go to nations. And let's have, need money. So I don't want to be like too negative about things. But we're gonna do some funding here and maybe a little bit of spoils because we need money. And these don't matter. None of that matters. Nuclear weapons would be interesting for North Korea once we have them, but we don't have them yet. This seems okay to me. 10% for spoils, which will give us good money. I might even want to do 20% for that. And poor welfare. Look at... A little bit of welfare is going to trickle down. That's more than the people in this part of the world have seen anyway, so come on. Cut me a little slack. We'll save this. We'll play it globally. Set it as the default. Move on before people judge me. Okay, let's move on. 1 humanity. Okay, so this is the whole thing is humanity is splintering under this huge revelation that there are alien lives, and not only are there aliens, but they are in our system, and not only are they in the system, but they are now on our planet.
Here's what we found.
Okay, enough said. I don't want to conjure it up, but this is also truly on brand. I assume that's referring to the bad RNG. Alright, so we investigated it. Let's take me there. Despite heavy security, we were able to obtain some surveillance records of the crash site as well as a small quantity of debris. We should have a project ready for research shortly. Great. And we also gained 20 influence, 20 research, which is very good. Alright, so research alien signatures, we can do that. Let me close this. We can actually go to the research menu now, and I think I'm still going to put all my research into this. Could technically do... Well, It should be there. It's not. Maybe it might take a second to pop up. Alien signatures. There it is. Okay. So I'm not going to do that anyway, so we'll just continue. More importantly...
No-go.
Wait, what? Oh, no! No, they got there first!
Prepping for the next mission.
No! John asked when will this demo be publicly available. Starts tomorrow, I think. There are ways. We have ways. I don't know what those ways are. We can go to war, which will be comical because that will probably lead to the North Korea launching their nukes against us. But what better way to end the stream than in nuclear fallout, I guess. So we'll go on. Okay, we just... Unbelievable! You gotta be kidding me!
Mission aborted.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick poll, skim. Should we restart this one? We have been heavily thwarted, let's say, so far. Good old Brittany, over 2. So someone else took this. And when you're playing as the Resistance, Humanity First is kind of your friends. They're doing the same thing, but just a little bit more extreme. They take no prisoners, basically. Okay, so 2 disastrous periods in a row. This is, by the way, I'm telling you, you don't believe me, but this is par for the course with my RNG luck. So, we'll try maybe one more. Let's just go for broke now. Hey, like, the law of RNG is that, you know, in the long term, those high rolls that we got against us should also demonstrate low rolls at some point, you know, for us. That doesn't have to happen anytime, really, because it's all random, but for pseudo-random generators, I think that actually is true, right? It'll eventually cycle over. Let's go for broke then. Let's swing for the fences. Fastina, thank you for your contributions. You have failed me to no end. We're going for China. Can we do it? 2%. So you're saying there's a chance. Not quite as high as I was hoping. I might go for Japan. Yeah, we're talking. 50% chance. Let's go for it. Just going to call that. We're just going to swing for the fences, like I said, and if things don't work out, that's fine. We'll just restart. Here's 55%. We're going to start surrounding China, or trying to. Okay, that's 55. We can actually do one better. Kyrgyzstan or Tajikistan. Which one? We'll go with Tajikistan. It borders more people. Although actually getting Kazakhstan is very important because they have like a huge amount of boost. So maybe I do this one. Yeah, let's do this one.
Establishing control.
Okay, and you will go for Taiwan, maybe? Go for broke. 50%.
Establishing our presence.
It works 100% of the time, 54% of the time. And Artemy, our latest, he did his thing. I'm going to start influencing China. And yes, we don't really have money. And yes, this won't have any realistic chance of success, so we'll just back off slowly. What about... I said China, what I meant was India. What about India? They're not really potentially that promising. What other missions do you have? I guess we could try to influence like Japan. Oh man, we are just getting smoked so far. Let's try South Korea. I don't have to give him any money and he'll have a 71% chance. Well, I want to come back here because... Oh, the U.S. forces are here. I thought those were Korean forces. That would have been nice, but no, apparently not. Let's do a public campaign there. We're swinging for the fence, so let's just go for it.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
Well, poop. Poop on y'all. Poop, poop, poop. 71% roll at 73. What the hell is this? Alright, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Somebody like inverted my RNG.
Every circumstance.
Okay, whatever. Get the hell out of my face. I don't... Just give me some positive results.
Mission canceled.
You gotta be kidding me.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
Unreal. Okay, just get out of here and don't bring me news unless it's good news.
We still lack support.
You gotta be kidding me! Get out of here!
We're on every
Ah!
control.
Well, this is how a pleasant game of Terra Invicta may or may not go for you. I'm going to restart. So let's go back to the main menu. Oh man, okay, so let's just try this one more time. Oh no, a game crashed, I forgot. 1 second, I forgot you can't do that, can't do that. We'll just pull up this. Oh, it works, never mind, goddamn, pay no attention. Pay no attention to that. Let's try it again. What, maybe I should go to cinematic mode? Can I go back? Should we go to cinematic mode? Yeah, let's try the Africa start now. By the way, yes, Lightning Dragon talking about XCOM. This is why I love the Long War. I love XCOM. I will never ever put it on my channel because it's just I get these roles and it just frustrates me. It's like it's not fun to record because when I'm playing by myself, I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna save scum or whatever. I'm just gonna stop playing for now. When you're doing a recording, you're kind of like beholden to the recording. I mean, deliver 30, 40 minutes of content, right? So it's not like you can just be like, no, I'm just not gonna record this anymore. Well, at least I feel some like a small amount of loyalty to continue a series. That's fine. I really want us to have a little bit more success though, because the game is so good, and if you just haven't seen anything of the game, all you've seen is me fail at rolls, which is not what I want you to see. Can we escape out of this? Yes, good, very good. Oh my god, okay, we're back. Yes, I've seen this all before. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so new counselors, new game, new everything. Let's have some fun. Let's go grab a new person. Who do we have? Who do we have? Government, connected. So we got 3.2 and 3.2. This is good. I like the start. Prosperous. Good. 6.5. Okay, I like it. I like it. Oh, wow. Persuasion of 8. Agitator. So this is actually interesting. We may have to go back to... Well, Africa will probably be a good place for it. But basically, agitators... okay, excels at gaining the support of those unhappy with their nation. So if you can find places where total knowledge is less than 6... And also, if the cohesion is 4 or less, then you're going to be in good shape. Let's take a look at places where that might be. Well, the opposite of it is China. I think that China has... Yeah, China's dominated. But I think the US might actually be a good example of this. So yeah, the US is under 4. They're polarized. Now, could we find a place with both? Yes. This is under 6 and under 3. So if we want to take over Nigeria, it would be it should be a cakewalk with you. Now let's just that's right. I want to hire somebody first. So let's get into the period, the first op period with 3 people instead of 2. Who do we have here? We got a kingpin. That's interesting. A criminal. Now criminals do unlock organizations like. Criminal organizations, mafias and all that, and those are helpful, especially because those give you a lot of op points, and op points, as I've said, and as Perun says, and basically it seems pretty common that those are very difficult to get. Oh, I like this 7.5, a professor, 4.3 and 15.7, this is quite good, and an opinion. Okay, this is a person where I'm not even gonna, let's not mess around. Wait a second, let's mess around because there's somebody down here that looks just as good. Only 3 administration here and 5 administration there, but I have to say this one's more appealing because of the benefits. So we'll do this. We can get the other one later. We're going to get 5 slots eventually. Oh, I mean, we can actually get the other one right now, but no, we can't because we don't have the influence. All right, now what is the game we're going to play? At least the roll for the crash went well. Maybe you need to spend more influence than you think you do. So tactical combat peanut. I've sat here and I've actually done like RNG. I think that the RNG that I was just getting a little bit unlucky there. Look it's just when you're rolling 100. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're sometimes gonna roll the high numbers. It's just RNG. It's just the way RNG works. So you can end up with a like if you flip a coin and you get 5 heads in a row. That's not that unusual. I mean, that's just it can happen like 3 or 4% of the time or whatever it is, but it can still happen. Now, if you were doing that in if you were playing a game with somebody, like every time you rolled heads, they gave you $5, they would be like, you're cheating. But if it can really happen though. So anyway, what do we want to do? I think I still kind of like this idea, but okay, yeah, I guess we got to give it up. What about Egypt? Egypt has a good GDP. This wouldn't be a bad entry point. They have an army, so we can take over. Like if RNG doesn't favor us, we can win things by force. Another thing is probably we should be considering the public opinion. Like here, this is actually a place where the resistance excels at. Also the servants, who I loathe, but Libya. So maybe we should try we can actually use this information. Like the more public opinion you have, the more likely you are to get a control point. Which I did not use that information at all to dictate my decisions in the first one. I generally don't, but because I generally have a plan, like I want to go here or there. Well, it's basically always go to the EU. Anyways, let's try this time. Let's see how we're going to do. So let's move forward a minute. There it is. Okay. So 15% for Egypt. But you're a 6.5. You're not the best I have to offer. 25%. You're probably the best I have. 19%. Yeah.
Ready.
And this is homogeneous and developing. So it's over 6 and it's not under 4. So it's over 6 and over 4. Egypt is going to be a little bit harder for Firduz to get into. So let's maybe find... Oh my gosh, 94%. We'll save that. Is it counting? Agitator is giving us 1. So I think the agitator is giving us 1 for the cohesion. So we can get Algeria. That's not bad. Let's just do a North Africa type start. What kind of stats does Canada have? Good stats. Man, if we play as the Academy has a huge setback, as you know. I'm sure you will see eventually. I'm kind of interested in an Africa start actually. So let's try this. Let's upgrade this to 80% because no way I can fail another 80%, right? Is there any other considerations I should be making? Oh, we're at 54%. Nigeria. Let's do Nigeria. Okay, let's do it.
Taking control.
Nigeria is not like particularly opinionated. Is like they're not all for the Academy like you do find sometimes. Maybe we will go to Chad. By the way, where did the crash happen in this game? I don't even remember. Happened somewhere. Guess it happened in Irkutsk. That seems like a very standard lore for any universe. Oh, it happened in Siberia, or it's just the normal place a crash landing for a UFO should happen, or maybe the wilderness in Alaska. It's another good location. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, Diana. Let us bring you over to... Well, you know what? What if I go for Kazakhstan really hard? Because having Kazakhstan is just going to give us a ton of boost. So what if we have like a North Africa plus Kazakhstan alliance? And this is the great thing about this game. It gives you so many possibilities. So what do I want to give... Okay, let me see what Joan needs to do. Joan, you're kind of like my low roller. You got to fill. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. 88% still. This is great. We don't have to give you any points. And that means, Diana, that you can try to go for this if we want to just roll all of our influence into it. 8. I'm going to do it. Alright, let's see if this one works out better than the last one. We should get the usual pop-ups. one humanity. All nations gain one cohesion. Ah, that I hope that doesn't take into account. That probably ruins that stupid bonus that I was gonna get. Yeah, 79. We'll take the ops.
Our supporters are in place.
I don't know where exactly the limit is, but it's a 1 and a 2% count as a critical success. Same way that a 99 counts as a critical failure. It actually pushes. So not only do we get the control point, we also get a shift in public opinion in our favor, which is awesome. Okay, so we're off to a great start. We're off to a great start. We have Kazakhstan. Critical success. Look at this. Okay, apparently it's 4%. Up to 4%, you can get a critical success. So look at that. The RNG is just, right after I curse its name, it's showing me up. It's giving me the other side. The other half of the distribution is appearing, and all is well. All right, so we're in business here, and we will deliver our manifesto so we can get the most amount of influence.
They are not life forms or xenosapiens.
And Humanity First also did, which is great, because these are the people we probably can work closest with. The other one would be... I'm not sure. Anyways, this is a great start. As always, I'm just getting so lucky, Gandalf. I can't tell you how many games I win just by pure luck. Let's see. We could double down and start continuing to fill in points, but man, the sky's the limit. I can't believe we're off such a good start. What's the place that's the Burkina or whatever? Yeah, Burkina Faso, the big bandit location. What's this place? Strife, yeah, no kidding. Oh, limited, and well, I guess that makes sense. Competitive, they're all uniformly bandits. This is the Ivory Coast separation point, right? Burkina Faso is really a break off from Ivory Coast, I think. Anyway, main thing I'm like kind of based my decision on is not like the best. You can look at the numbers here, which is the raw. I mean, those are the actual numbers in the game. But I kind of just look at the GDP as a single metric for whether or not I want to go there. So 500 billion. I mean, this is reasonable. Algeria's it's pretty decent. We'd have a 77% chance of success here. Now, we want to play to her strengths, which is less than 6 and less than 4. I guess that 6 or less will give us this agitator thing. Because again, let me just read that. Yeah. +1 persuasion at 6 or less, and +1 persuasion at 4 or less cohesion. She's also no extremist, so -1 persuasion where... Okay, so... She's not going to be very good at places where, there's a lot of knowledge. However, we do have also enough points to get yet another person. I think we... Oh, no, that was the last game. I don't know who to get here. Let's look and see. Oh, we got 76. Administration 5. Government, non grata, which is what? China? Interesting. There are going to be a lot of places that a person from China is not going to be able to go. But probably not if we're going to Africa First campaign. I don't think that's going to apply very much for us. Otherwise, I like this person. This is definitely the top candidate right away. In fact, I think we can just go with her. Media Darling would be helpful. No, I think we're just going to go with this one. Don't overthink. This is a stream. We can't overthink. We don't have time. Why no Finland start? Well, because Finland doesn't have the GDP of Algeria. See, it's only 300, and Algeria has 500. Just 500 is bigger than 300. So you're for dues. I gotta look for a place where you can actually take advantage of the agitator stuff. And we get 1 bonus for it here. So we can run this back, get Algeria's 2nd point. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can do it this way. Again, I'm stalling, so I'm gonna let somebody else. 88%. My goodness, that's high.
Your orders.
What are your type stats? By the way, did people already take North Korea? Yeah. Oh my gosh, the servants took North Korea. What a disaster. Oh man, what a disaster. Oh man. You know, I kind of think I want to go into India too. Can we do like all 4,000 things I'm trying to do at the same time? Probably not. It just means that you got to do different playthroughs. Okay, so what do I want to do? If we do the Sudan, we'll have more influence on Egypt. So that's a good thing, because we do want to take Egypt. And maybe Israel? Israel and Egypt, they get along great, I've been told. So, actually, probably not even that bad these days. I mean, this is actually pretty good, 82%. Let's do it.
Bringing them on board.
Don't
Maybe
think,
bye.
just do. Don't think, just do.
Ready.
Let's run it back at Kazakhstan. Oh, actually, we don't have to. If you control everything but the executive can only be taken if you have one of the other control points. With the only exception, obviously, being if there's no other control points, a place like Chad that has only one, then it doesn't matter. It's just the first person gets it. Okay, so we could do the Sudan here if I want to start surrounding Egypt. I think I will.
Taking control.
Joan, what's your
Where'd you-
plan? Back to...
Ready to go.
Yeah, we might as well just control it outright. Otherwise we can go to Tunisia or... Yeah, that's right. I did want to get Algeria. Yeah, let's do Algeria, so I'll spend a little influence here. Hopefully
Don't bring the
77 is
station to
going
our
to be
side.
enough to get the job done.
Standing by.
69 is probably not enough. We could get Morocco. We get the +1 bonus for not, the development not being that high. Let's just do that.
Bring
Get
the
all the
station
north.
to our side.
Yeah. So that's right. Gandalf makes a very good point. It's total GDP, and it's in purchasing power parity, not in dollars. So like China has like 26.5 billion versus the US has like 22.3. So, all right, let's move on. Not that I would know what that means anyway, right? But let's move on. So we've been lucky so far. Let's hope that it holds up just for a little bit longer.
We're taking over.
We have Morocco. Very good.
We're taking over.
We have Sudan.
Mission abort.
Ah, who?
Prepping for
Where?
the next mission.
Who got there? Project Exodus. Somehow makes sense that Project Exodus got Israel. Yeah, they beat us to it. Now, I don't understand. I think it's the higher percentage you have goes first. I think that's how it goes. So, if you're wondering who's going to go first in a turn, if you want to maximize your chance of getting it, not only do you want to make sure you have a high enough percent chance that you're going to get it mathematically, but even getting it going from 91 to 97 is going to mean that a person, you either win or lose to a person, assuming all rolls would be in your favor or their favor, who had a roll of like 93. So it does benefit you to keep putting more influence in, and then, But bummer to us, we didn't get that one. But we got this one, that's great. Alright, so that's, it could be worse. We see that the Academy is rearing its ugly head all over the place. I kind of like to watch what happens in Europe. Wow, the Academy is setting up in Europe. And honestly, they're built for it. Like Germany. Oh, it's random. It's totally random. Germany in a few of my games has been very, very academic focused, but not in this one. I actually thought that there was like a specific setting for it, but no, this is really cool. The world is random. It just says it's followed a particular trend. Like Britain was always yeah. Okay, this was somewhat academic, somewhat Academy influenced. Very, very, and not at all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I was doing my due diligence, I would look at where the resistance is favored, and I'd be going for those points. Anyway, we have a nice little claim here. Faction control. Oh yeah, we don't completely control it, but we have these nice starting points. And honestly, nobody can get into Libya or Algeria or Morocco or Sudan now. We completely own these. I think at this point it is time for us to make a very strong gambit
Where
for
to?
Egypt, because with the Elon Musk crew grabbing Israel, it's now time for our push. So I'm just going to see who has the best chance of getting 54. So right now Ferduz is the best.
Where to?
Diana, 43. I think she will be, but let's just check. 43. Okay, so Ferduz, you're going in. And we'll give you all the support we can, which is to the tune of 84. That's kind of I don't really want to spend more than that. Yeah, let's go for 84%. Let's see if that works. It should. Well,
Ready
knock on
for
wood,
orders.
we've seen the results. Doesn't always work out that way. Next up, we want somebody to go and establish more in Nigeria. Do I want to take any of these middle places just so we have like continuity? Contiguous landmass. We could also go to like Cameroon. No, I think we'll just do this normal thing. Let's see who wants to get Nigeria. 37.
I'm here.
48. Okay, 48. That's probably what we'll end
Where
up
to?
doing. 48. Okay, they're equal. So we'll just take you then. Bump it up by 4 to 76%. We're good.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
You were the second best. We can
Ready for my
do. We actually take over Libya like no problem. I guess that's a 91% roll. It's kind of good to just do that. So let's take
Taking
control.
control.
It's okay. I don't know. The thing is, when they're blocked, you're kind of losing an opportunity to go and expand somewhere else.
Standing by.
So I
for
guess I
orders.
should do somewhere else. Like, you know, do I want to claim these countries? I don't know, but do I really want? Do I really want Mali? I don't know. We're gonna save this country. I mean, this continent, and yes, each one of these countries as well. They need. Oh my gosh, Burkina Faso. Well, let's go with Ivory Coast then,
Putting our people in place.
and you will go
Standing
with
by.
Ethiopia. We could do Ethiopia. Probably only need one to get that one.
Bringing
Good.
them on board.
Off we go. South Africa. Good. That's probably a good one, Wolf.
Our presence is
Critical
growing.
success, man. This is working out great. And that was in Egypt. Critical success there, which means the increase in 3% by our popular opinion. Very important because we're going to want to do follow-up missions. So that is like, out of all the places we could have got a critical success, that one is very good. And I guess even a 6% roll
We
counts.
gain significant support.
Okay, we got Ethiopia.
We're taking over.
We got. And things are just, the odds have flipped themselves on their heads. We're like very, very lucky at this point. We're riding very high. Ivory Coast. Okay, we're spotted. I don't really care much about being spotted.
We failed to take.
Okay, there we go. We failed at 98%. This is a critical failure. Where was this at? Nigeria. Okay, well the good news is we already got one there.
Wrapping up here.
We can set somebody else up there, and they should succeed. Unfortunately, a little bit of a drop in resistance, but resistance is actually pretty high. So, yeah, honestly, probably the best place they could have gotten a critical failure. So that, I mean, it's nice to have tit for tat, right? Get a critical success where we want it, get a critical failure where we can tolerate it. I think we're doing all right.
Where do you need me?
And now I can get probably to the country management. So, 76 to take it over. Ah, look at this. Humanity First has come in. Oh, gross. The Protectorate has come in. Well, I guess we'll just take over Middle Guinea. That's like the most I could stomach is give them all this. I'll just take from here on. You guys can have everything else. It was all just desert land to me anyway. Somalia. Somalia, some reason. Do you get a piracy bonus there? It's a joke. It's a joke. Somebody actually chose to go for the Central African Republic. Not quite sure why. Maybe it's their, like, entry point? Do we want Cameroon? Probably. I think that Cameroon would be a reasonable place to try to take. So let's do it this way. Joan, you're my worst one, right? Yeah. So get you to take Cameroon.
Establishing our presence.
For do,
Standing by for orders.
you will be great. And okay, so you failed at 50. Yeah, it's down to 59 now. But getting even 4 points puts us back up to 81%. I think that's worth it. No, this is up to 59. Yeah, well, let's roll. Let's go really hard on that.
Ready to go.
And then I want probably Middle Guinea. 86% is going to be fine as is. And let's just see where you can go.
What's the up?
Where you can be meaningful and useful. Well, if I don't take one of these countries, it doesn't really matter if I do it, by the way. But if I don't take one of these countries, I am going to be separate. I'm going to have two separate masses, which I don't like. I think I'll take the 91% because if it's lower for me, I assume... Oh my gosh. Oh no, I do not want the servants. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave Chad because I will attack Chad with my army, which I hopefully will have as soon as I take over Egypt. So yeah, let's go with this, and then we'll almost completely surround Chad. Plus Chad, the name, it's got the meme, the whole meme thing to it. Confirm our assignments, and now let's take a moment to maybe actually see what we're doing for priorities, because I didn't set up my priorities here yet, right? Yeah, so we're following the priorities that were already there. These are not priorities that we want to keep. Alright, so Tort Africa. The Africa campaign. Oh boy, what do you even do with Africa? Oh man. I guess you do something like this. Yeah, probably something like this. Yeah, let's save it. Good enough. You're never gonna defeat the Chads. It's such a perfect thing for like a meme playthrough. Oh man. Anyways, I set up an economy there that I'm gonna try to focus on building the economy for these people. It's actually really cool if you sit and read these. The economy system is really well set up here. I think the game mechanics are interesting. So every time you fill up this bar, you get to 1. This will increase the per capita GDP of the nation by 4.6, inequality by that, and increase the greenhouse gases by whatever. So basically it increases GDP, but it also increases some things you don't want to increase. But if you then go to welfare, this will lower inequality, and it'll also lower greenhouse gases. So basically used in conjunction, those two will help. And I think maybe I should go for even 2 on welfare. But we are Africa, and Africa is just kind of expected to pollute. So maybe it's okay. We'll just leave it like that. And I set that for all the places now. Including, unfortunately, one mistake I did is Kazakhstan needs a special thing because it actually needs boost and mission control. And actually, I want to prioritize that pretty high. Even to the point where I'm not even prioritizing economy quite as much. So I think we'll do it like this. Maybe actually 6% for each is fine. Lots of unity. I don't even know, do we need unity? We don't really need unity. And they're doing unity, so I think unity just helps with, oh, the strife. Ooh, okay, never mind. Unrest is bad. So yes, unity. Yes, unity. Got it. Mission, message received. You get captain bonus in Somalia.
Mission was a no-go.
Yeah, so the only faction you can play right now, Simulated Divisions, is the Resistance one. Oh man, we failed another one. You gotta be kidding me. Who was this? Niger. So that basically means we can't connect, but it's, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Actually, I'm surprised. Didn't we have like a 95% chance of doing that? Did somebody actually have a higher percent chance than that? My goodness.
We've got our people in place.
All right, we got Cameroon, which is good.
We've got our people in place.
We got Middle Guinea, which is good.
We've gained
We got Egypt.
support.
All right, things are looking good. I'm just gonna say that. Just keep telling people things are looking good. Where are we? I think. Oh, Russia is an open control point. Wow, I don't think we're. Oh my gosh! Russia likes the resistance, and I have Kazakhstan, and Belarus is open. Oh my gosh! We. You know what? Look it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. When you see something like this, you just gotta jump on it. So we are going to be Russia plus North Africa. It's the new game plan. We can't avoid, this is just too tempting. And plus, Humanity First is in Ukraine. I actually don't know, I'd actually prefer if it was something like the Servants there, so I could actually, well, kind of sadly, avoiding the political topic, which is obviously, you know, the elephant in the room. I would definitely follow through on the invasion of Ukraine if it was the Servants in here. But again, the Humanity First, they're kind of my friends, so I'll probably end the war with Ukraine. Yeah. Okay, so this is good. Let me see. We have 3 people, or 4 people, and we have 3 places I want to go. I want to go... Wait, who took this? Oh, it's Eritrea. It doesn't matter. Eritrea doesn't matter. So yeah, we have claims on all these places. We have a pretty good sizable base built up. If we want, we could probably take Saudi Arabia. Okay, what do I need to do to take Saudi Arabia? Give me... Oh. Okay, but that's just you. 33%. But we could take Iraq. Iraq has guerrilla war? What? What do you mean there's unrest in Iraq? Don't understand why that would be happening. Yeah, nobody has really moved into this area. We could take the Middle East. I'm saying this while already talking about how I need to go get Russia. We'll probably just go for broke, like swing for the fences on one. Who would be best in Russia? I guess that's the next question. Okay.
Ready.
10.
What's the
This is for Russia, by the way. 13.
Acknowledged.
13.
Acknowledged.
13. Okay, so they're all 13s, which doesn't help us a whole lot. So we could basically just... Russia's going to be a swing for the fences. We'll probably need to do something like... What is it? Control nation. Interest. No. Advise. Stabilize nation. Don't need that yet. I don't know. Do I have it? No, not that.
Ready for orders.
Public campaign. Yeah, this is it. So I want to do this in Russia. You don't make very much money, but 20 money will give us a 83% chance of success, and we're already kind of set up for success there. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, so this is for dues. Dang it, for dues is like my best person. I think we can get away with not having her for just a little bit. Oh man. I'll probably need to just take Kazakhstan outright, and then I need to take Belarus, and then we'll do this public campaign. But I also want to I also want Saudi Arabia, though. Man, I just want everything. Jordan, Egypt, success 81, and I rolled an 80. Yeah, well, good thing I did the extra influence in Egypt. So yeah, I mean, we're almost guaranteed. Well, 91%. It speaks for itself. We have a 91% chance to succeed, which is not a guarantee. It's just a 91% chance, which is pretty high. Or we could actually do 43 and just use influence to get an 80% chance to just get it outright. I think I prefer this. Unfortunately, she's not going to be much more help than normal. 43.
I'm here.
26.
Where do you need
Yeah,
me?
that was 43.
Ready.
33.
I'm here.
33. Okay, so yeah, so Verduz is the best one.
At your service.
We'll have to launch just a ton of... I think it's worth it. Let's do it. I'm not going to do 16. Let's do this. 79% chance. I think we'll take Iraq as well. Lead the Middle East into a period of prosperity. Hey, we might even take Iran. Just take all the oil in the world. Take Russia. Middle East. Oh wait, does the United States? We get the United States next. We got like control like all the. Where's Venezuela? Is it taken? Oh yeah. We can control all the oil in the world. Yes. Then where will they be with the precious moon? Oh, they'll just leave the planet. Okay, I guess they won't need oil then. That's fine. We'll stay on the Earth with the aliens, taking all the oil. All right, let me finish doing this. So we have a 83% chance here. I consider that pretty good, but I'll bump a point in just to make sure we get it.
We'll bring this nation to our
Let's get Joan. What's your chances for Kazakhstan? 42. Terrible. Terrible. Everywhere is terrible. You are just terrible. I guess we'll just take full control of Libya, because that's the only place you aren't terrible. Or, wait. Oh, Nigeria. That's right, I need to actually put some points in here. Alright, well, good luck there. And then you, Z, are going to go... What was the other plan? Iraq? 68% chance. That'll be doable. You can colonize the moon. You can put mining stations on the moon. Abel Bacon. So do I want to do this? So yeah, I think we do. 81% is pretty good. For 2 influence, I'll take it.
Putting our people in
Confirm!
place.
Moving on. Isn't this game so fun? This beginning like rush to grab territory is by itself just a really fun game. Alright, what do we want to do? We can either focus on economic. This is a tough one. Probably this is the one we'll do, is economic. Normally what I do when I'm doing the EU campaign is this one. And by the way, this is missing. Perun cut ahead in his series. He didn't show what his choice for this was. And since I'm so reliant on him, I felt lost. But I ended up choosing either this one or this top one. Oh no, sorry, the bottom one. Welfare and knowledge or economic. I don't think that space flight and boost are a high enough like priority for your normal priorities to warrant the boost here. And also same thing for military and build army. But you know, this is like your EU4 type choices where you can swing your gameplay style from one way or another. You could go for like a really heavy military type playthrough, I'm sure, by choosing this option. We'll do focus on economic development. Alright, project complete. I was doing this? Oh my gosh, that is not the... I wanted to be doing this one. Whoops. Management research. We're going to contribute exactly 0 to all these global projects. Like, we're just mean people who don't contribute to the general good. Okay, let's keep going. Trying to figure out what I was doing here.
Our presence is growing.
Okay, good. So Belarus. So that sets us up very nicely for Russia. Oh no! That's right. Iraq failed, but you know, I think that we were due for a failure.
We've gained significant support.
And we succeeded in Nigeria.
We still lack support.
And failed in Saudi Arabia. Okay, that one's a little more disappointing because we're really trying to get there quickly. But that's fine. We put a ton of points into that one for Saudi Arabia. What was it like? I already clicked away. I think it was like 80-something%. So in my opinion, when you do it over 80%, that's like kind of like the sweet spot. 80 to 90. You get diminishing returns investing influence points on over 90. Because obviously you're closing the gap, but you know, you got to think of it not as 80 to 90 though. You got to think of it as chance of failure goes from 20 to 10. You know, so it's really the chance of failure that you should be looking at when you get close to 100. In that case, you know, going from 90 to 95 doesn't sound like much, but you cut your failure chance in half. Well, now it sounds a lot better.
Acknowledge.
That's why numbers, you know, they say lies, damn lies, and statistics. When you read news articles, you can make numbers do whatever you want them to do. You can give me a number, and it's like just a factual statement about a number, and I can spin it both for one side of the argument and the other very easily. You just manipulate the way you say numbers, talk about numbers, and people get very confused. So don't believe it. You know, you got to actually think about what the numbers mean. Okay, so let's get back to it. Basically, what were you doing before? You were
Standing by for orders.
the failure in Iraq. Well, 89% seems like it would be very difficult for failure to happen. So let's try that. Because we do have the influence.
Control.
Ready for my mission.
You succeeded, thankfully. This will be to completely control the nation. Don't think that's necessary. We could do that here in Libya first, where people welcome us with open arms. By the way, I really should be taking... Oh my gosh! The Academy. But we're kind of there. The resistance is 14%. Now note, the reason why a lot of the places are not humanity first, or what's the other alternative? The Academy goes to... Oh, it's right, the servants. There's not a lot of people who are doing like humanity first or the servants, because there's eventually an event when you discover that the aliens are hostile, or you know they have weapons. Actually, it's kind of a jump. It's another like logical fallacy, I would say. We discover that the aliens have weapons, and then we're like, oh my gosh, they're here to hurt us. Well, that's not really quite true, is it? I mean, just because they have weapons, it's like they possess the technology to do harm does not mean that they're going to do harm. I don't know. I mean, there's the possibility of it happening. Anyway, so a lot of the times the Academy and the Resistance start off with a lot of percentage bonus points, and those will shift to... The Academy shifts to the servants, and our points shift to humanity first after the event where you discover that the aliens are armed. But I just want to see, like, what else? We have a 40% chance here in South Africa. That's actually pretty good. Despite the fact that I'm... Come on, Tortuga, stay on topic. We got to do China. I mean, Russia. Maybe China next. Who knows? How are things going over here, by the way? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, so kind of this is the way it's standard. The standard way it goes, I guess, is that the Academy ends up getting a lot of points. Hey, we actually have a pretty sizable percentage in Japan. We have a 7% chance of success from the very get-go. And we'll be considered a neighbor of Japan if we can get points into Russia. Fascinating. Okay, Taiwan is not going to be achievable. Wow. Wow. China's going to go to the servants. Wow. What a roll. What an RNG. China's going to the servants. Oh my gosh. Any way to sort all countries by faction support levels? You can do this. Faction control. There's also, I mean, this is just shows the overlay. Control points. I think that's just number of control points though. Boost income and rest, faction popularity. This is faction popularity. So that might tell you something. I mean, any place we see purple, we want to burn with fire. Green is the Academy. So this is the best way for me to be doing it. Servants, those damn servants. This is... Where are we? Where are the places that we belong? Like, we don't have enough of a bonus there to be really in. I'm not seeing a whole lot of places with the blue, which is unfortunate. A little bit of points here. Yeah, well, we got in where we needed to get in. I guess that's the important thing. Alright, I'm just wasting too much time. Let's try this again. So, it was for dues, right? Who's the best off here? Okay, I can give you 16 points one time.
Establishing control. Where to?
Let's try this in... maybe not Russia yet. Let's do this. Maybe full ownership of So that only gives us a 5%. I might do it though.
We'll be
Try
right
that.
in this place in no time.
And you were in
Ready to
Nigeria. We have 2 there now. 70%. We could start taking Morocco. Oh, well, let's take Libya.
We'll
Okay,
be running this
moving
place
on.
in no time.
Our only hope is to understand what the
I had a
aliens
79%
want
on
from
Saudi
us
Arabia? Okay.
and determine
Protectorate.
how to satisfy them without.
Yeah, this is a
losing
little bit more
our
interesting of a
independence.
position, I think. Like, this is a little more nuanced. I don't think that this one's that negative. To think that these people we cannot fight a war with that will result in our extinction. It kind of makes sense. Like, we're kind of stuck in a corner. Somebody with greater military tech has come at us. So that's like not a war. I mean, especially because we're fighting on our home ground, which means that damage to our home ground, Earth, is, kind of makes our living situation worse. So, if nukes start flying, it doesn't really matter who wins, we lose. Anyway, I'm like receptive to their position. This is like the ultra-capitalist evil position. It's kind of funny. Goofy even that they're in there. Okay, new project available. Don't need that. Wait, what the heck was I researching again? Good, management research. So is that June 7th, 2023? It's about 7 months away. That will go down as we get more
We're
research
taking
points,
over.
though. Okay, we have 2 points, so we now have Libya. Very good.
We got our people in place.
Okay, we have Iraq.
Our supporters are in place.
Got all these great rolls now that I put all the... I made sure the chance was like way over 80, and now we're rolling great.
Our supporters are in place.
Yeah, same thing here. Okay, so we now control Kazakhstan. Amazing. 4 successes. Oh, our control point in Saudi Arabia will be better protected. I don't need to do defend interest things yet. I mean, we will need to do it eventually. I think it lasts for like 6 months. It'll be good to do eventually, but I think first foremost is to establish control. And maybe of the Gulf states as well, huh? They're just so rich. So we have Iraq. Okay, I think we're just gonna do... How's Russia looking? Are they caving to anybody yet? I'm nervous. Okay, we have Belarus, we have Kazakhstan. Let me take a look at what the chances of Russia are
Standing
now.
by.
$22. I can get it up to like a 68% chance of success. It is being affected by control points and neighbors. Oh, extremists. So you're actually maybe not the best person to do this anymore. So you're a 22 by default. Dang it, that extremist thing is
Where to?
fighting us. 17. I think she is still going to be the
Standing by.
best. 22.
Ready for orders.
Yeah. So she's +1 higher on persuasion than the other ones, but she's -1 persuasion because of that one extremist thing. I don't know. I think our strategy's going pretty well. Let's just stick with it. If I can benefit, if like Ferduz benefits from being somewhere else, obviously
What's the
we should put her somewhere else. So we'll let somebody else try to take over Russia. Diana. 68%. I mean, it should work 2/3 of the times. Which is not a great chance. Man, they really want to build an army and a navy. Jeez, look at that. Look at that research. And they really want to catch up. The alternative is we could actually go and control Belarus entirely. And I haven't checked and seen how we're doing as far as control points go. Yeah, we're only halfway there, so we're still okay. Alright, let's just go for it. No, you know what? Yeah, use her. No. Ferduz, let's use you. For a public campaign here. Yeah, there we go.
We'll make
Public
our
campaign,
appeal.
let's do that first.
I'm here.
And then we'll Start controlling these other ones. 55%. Get that up to
Putting
basically
our people in
80%.
place. Reporting in.
Z. We can take control of Iraq outright. We could also start working on Iran. We're just going to all the good places. Afghanistan. Yeah, like getting into Pakistan and getting into India. I mean, this is just, I have such grand plans. Oh, we should do this. But it's really got to be a separate playthrough. I don't think we're going to have even the ability to control all the control points we need for Pakistan and India. And having both Pakistan and India is a little bit funny anyway, right? Considering they aren't the closest of friends. .46, 58. Not much reason to get those. I think we'll just leave them alone. We're doing a 79% here. We could just take over Iraq, or we could go for a very low. I think we'll just take over Iraq. 2 points in there. Unless Jordan has anything worth offering. They don't. Yeah, let's just do it. We'll stick with the plan.
Bringing them to our
Okay,
side.
and then Joan, what are you going to do?
Where do you need me?
We took over that place. I guess we'll just start taking over the other ones. Morocco. I'm talking about taking these places over just so I know when I'm hitting my control point limit. I could probably do the calculations, but
Bringing them
oh,
on
it's easier
board.
just to guess. Welcome, Trifler. They don't have to like each other to both hate the aliens. It's true. See the academy popping up here. Alien fleet detected. I kind of like to look at their ships. So we can go over here. It's on its way to Earth. Very cool. This has 486 military strength. This is what, a destroyer? Graceful Demon class gunship. I've seen generally like 2 military stats, either like around 350 or so, and then 500. And the 500 was the higher of the, obviously it's the higher of the 2. So this is accelerating at, basically 0.05 Gs. Very cool. I mean, this game is nice. It's got that Children of a Dead Earth type feel to it. Let's go back to our planet. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, moving on.
We've moved the needle.
Alright, so we moved the needle, as she said. Wow, 9%. That's actually, that's good. I may run that one back, but let me think about it. Let's see what our percentages look like now.
Our presence is growing.
Okay, Iraq. We have actually taken executive power in Iraq.
We failed to take control.
Oh wow, there's no way we were going to do it in Morocco. But luckily we have Morocco unlocked, so that's just a temporary setback.
We've gained significant support.
Critical success in... oh, the Gulf states. Okay, very good. Which will help us with our next attempt. So I think the Gulf states one can
Standing
probably
by.
just go do that again. 4 points, 85% chance of success. And that, that success is going to help us get into Saudi Arabia. It will also lock out anybody else. We have this. This is still a 38% chance. I wonder, what's our chance in Russia is now 30. My goodness, that was very helpful. So we can kind of go for broke, 32. We can probably do like a 16. I think that might be a little bit better. In fact, what we can do is we can send 2 people. Like, what's Joan's chance in here? 23.
Ready for my
Diana's
mission.
is 30. Ferdu's
the op-
is 30.
Ready
And
for my
Z's
mission.
is 30. Okay. So I can send Z and Diana both. Just both give them 16. Like, essentially, here's my math here. 2 attempts at a lower, like this is got a 30% chance of failing. But if I send, so I could do this. This has a, well, this is 32. So this has a 18% chance of failing. Or if I send 2 people, then it's 0.3 times 0.3, which means it's a 9% chance of failing. Well, for both. And there's actually a percent chance that we get both, right? About a 50% chance we get both. I like this a lot. And it's not even using 32, so it's actually saving us 16 points of influence. Okay, the math works out. Math checks out. We're doing it. See, you're going there. Diana, you're going there. I love math.
At your service.
Gosh, I love math. 16. 8, sorry.
Establishing control.
That's just so, I love it.
Ready.
Just did a little bit of statistics there, and it's going to work out better to send 2 people at 70% than sending 1 person at 82, which would have cost a lot more anyway. All right, for dudes, now you may have some benefit from being in some of these other places. Yeah, you have a 59% chance in Saudi Arabia. Heck, you have a 75% chance in the Gulf states. Just 4 points here, 8 points here is 85% chance. That's great. Well, I do want to lock down Saudi Arabia. Let's do that one.
Bringing them to our side.
And Joan, what do you want to do? You want to try that one again? 82%? We'll give you 1 point. It'll make it an 80. Nah, you don't even need. It's just, we don't even need it.
Establishing our
82%
presence.
fine. Firm and go. Project Exodus. Yeah, like I said, these people don't make any sense to me. I just can't figure out the rationale. But I don't want to take anything away from the game. I'm not asking them to change the lore or to rewrite these guys. It's all fine. It just doesn't quite check out logically. But that could be that what they're trying to say again, that there's not a logical reaction to aliens appearing.
The trick is not to look directly at what you.
Okay, so this is funny because we didn't do any of the global research. We're putting all our money into management research, but it still got completed. No thanks to us.
We've gained significant support.
Critical success in Saudi Arabia. That's great. Wow, we rolled a 0%. My goodness. That is good. Continue.
Our presence is growing.
Okay, we also succeeded in Morocco, so now we actually own that one.
We've got our people in place.
Oh, okay, the first of the 2 succeeded in Russia.
Our supporters are in
Yes! The second one succeeded in Russia. It worked! Yes! Alright. The gambit worked, and it worked in the best way, which was, this was a coin toss, basically, a 50% chance this would happen. So. But it just, you know, it didn't have to work. It could have come up tails. It came up heads, so thank goodness. And now we actually have an army under our control, which is cool. Not that we're going to use it. In fact, the only thing we're going to do is make sure it doesn't enter Ukraine, which it's not going to do for now. Yeah, it's in its home territory, so we won't deploy it. Okay, good. So let's keep working on Russia. I think that we can probably send for dues. Okay, first of all, let me see if the chance of success went up for Diana and them. Still 70% chance, but we can do that again. Spend another 16 influence. I think we'll just do the same thing.
In no time. At your service. We'll be running this
So
place
one of those, we should get one of
Ready
those.
for orders.
I'm here.
Then you can control Saudi Arabia, but we already blocked that out. So I guess the next thing is to get. Ooh, there's too many good ones. There's too many good ones. I guess I'll move in order. Gulf states first. Let's just look. Oh man, these guys are actually both favoring the resistance. I can't believe this. This is actually a really fun playthrough. I have to leave in like 15 minutes. The stream has to stop, but boy, man, this is fun. 49 versus 80, so we're way more likely to be successful here. Why is that? So 10.9, 10.5, so it's all about the left. Persuasion 8, 2.6. Control points and neighbors is 3.4. Yeah, it's all about the control points and neighbors. Wow. Makes a huge difference. Oh, I didn't. So we have a rock. Well, maybe I do want to do this then. Get this one, because I obviously have a huge advantage here. And I can try to just use points to get an advantage here.
Establishing our presence.
And then you
Good
can
job.
continue to pick up other places where, yeah, like just grab that.
Taking control.
Start finalizing our control in these places. Let me
We
confirm, but
believe
let's
we
also
can
see,
join
okay,
them
Academy.
as brothers and
These guys are reasonable. I don't even think
Only
it's that
convince
unreasonable
we are
that we would, like, consider the aliens as potentially friendly. Okay, we're still doing okay there. Haven't hit our cap. How does the game play post-demo, full XCOM style manager, in a manager style? So you have this whole system for building the economy. Eventually that moves to the planets, the moons, the asteroids. Research complete. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I'm going to do anything yet. And then that's when it gets down to spaceships fighting each other. The game looks so much fun. Tortuga kills me. It was delayed, but I am sure it'll be worth it for a clean release down the line. I trust them after seeing all of this so far. Yeah, I mean, I guess the people were saying this was stuck in kind of like development hell for a while. We didn't know anything about it, but here it is, and it's... Look at, I'm lucky. I kind of intentionally am this way.
Our presence is growing.
I try not to follow games too closely when they're not released because we've all experienced Star Citizen. At least I have. And that is just, like, it just, oh man, my enthusiasm for games after that, when they're not released, has just gone way down. Concept ideas are just concepts, you know, they're not, it's easy for people to have good ideas. It's hard to actually write a whole game to encompass it. Okay, Iran was a success. That's great. That was the one I was most worried about. Algeria, this was a success. That was the one I was least worried about. Now we have 2 in Russia.
We were unable to
First one was a
establish
failure.
control.
Second was a failure.
To establish control.
Well, the chances of that were 9%, so not terribly high, but that is just the way it worked out. And you know what? We'll do the same thing again.
Where do we need me?
We're not going to stop. Keep doing it. 8. Eventually it'll work.
Bringing them on board. Where do you need me?
Okay, control.
Bring this nation to our side.
Standing by.
And you've
for
just been
orders.
doing great
Ready to
for
go.
us. So we'll take this one because it'll be a little bit easier to get. Some 20% chance of failure, 16% chance of failure. I guess it's only 1 point of influence. I'm gonna go with only the 80%. Just roll the dice.
Reporting in.
Oops, we still have one person, Joan, who needs to do something, I guess. 59% chance there, 87% chance of taking the Sudan, 50% chance there. We could take Cameroon, we could take Middle Guinea, Ivory Coast. Oh, who took this one? Ah, the Protectorate, which is not that bad. We'll still fight them because, you know. Well, I'm surprised. Protectorate. Huh. The initiative. We don't really want to go to war with either of these two, frankly. I mean, the one we really have a problem with is the servants. It's the only one we really have a problem with. Has South Africa been touched at all? Wow, we have a 40% chance here. I'm gonna take a stab at South Africa.
We'll bring this
Why
nation
not?
to our side.
We've been doing pretty well so far. It's surprising how hard to make a board game, let alone a video game. Yeah, exactly. Tingle Star said, they've also experienced the Star Citizen problems. Alright, Alien Fleet Victor completes transfer to low Earth orbit. Isn't that cool? Now these alien craft, it's really probably the state of the art for them. Super elite. I'm sure that they'll be able to manage controlling their orbit.
We failed to take control.
Oh, okay. Gulf States failed. It would have failed even with the additional bonus, which I think would get us up to like 84. Yeah, it was 84. So I'm glad we didn't put the extra points in.
We've got our people in place.
Critical success in South Africa? Wow, that's great.
We still lack support.
Failed the first one in Russia? That's fine. We only need one.
Failed to take control.
My God! Oh, God. The odds of that happening are less than 1%, but that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, my God, they didn't maintain an orbit. Oh, those poor... Haven't they played Kerbal Space Program? Now, I can't just take this situation with Russia in isolation. I shouldn't be like, okay, well, just in Russia, my success failure was like a failure. It was, you know, unexpectedly poor. Oh wow, I got there at the same exact time the Academy did, which actually means that I need to bring in the big guns for this one.
Ready for orders.
No, whatever you're doing, this is more important. 74. I'll take this 88 on it. Because we really want to get that. I want to take control of South Africa.
Standing by for orders.
How are we doing, by the way, on points? Getting close, getting close. And we can't do any fancy merging of points like you could do with the EU, so we're going to be kind of stuck there. But I guess we can do some fancy merging of stuff with Kazakhstan and Russia. So let's continue our little gambit in Russia. Just bleeding points to Russia. We're failing way too often.
Standing by for orders.
Order has been returned after our very, very high success in the very beginning of this play. So again, just 270%. See how that works. And you are going to move over to 66%, 83, 90. I don't really care about those other ones. Be kind of funny to get Turkey. They do have an army. And they're actually, I'm surprised, they're resistance favored. Huh. %66% chance here. And only 4 points gets us up to 84. I think we'll just take the 2 points for 80.
Bringing them to our side.
Alright, confirm, go!
We're here to cleanse our sick
We don't care about the servants.
The aliens.
We only care about hating them. Hey, Wolfpack. The
We're
Wolfpack.
taking over.
Alright, we got it, we got it. Very good, very good,
We'll
very
be
good.
ready for new
So we
orders
actually
soon.
snared that. And, you know, there's going to be an event, like I said, which kind of kicks the Academy out. And when that happens, it'll probably be a good time for us to try to coup this. Though it looks like they've defended it. Yeah, protected by defend interest until, well, like about 7 months. But anyways, that's fine.
We've gained significant support.
Okay. Gulf states, good.
We failed to take control.
Failed again in Russia, my god.
We're taking over.
Finally, we got it. Critical success too, so it's shifted in our favor. That's great. Okay, so we have this is very interesting. Now we have new armies under control, so we're just going to take this army and tell them to leave. Wow, can you hear the children screaming in the background? Novus Black. Putin our people into place. Quick, stop Stalin. We need to... No, it's Russian. Something Russian, don't Stalin. Stop Stalin. Anyway, lots of jokes. Fun jokes. Yeah, that's fine. I'm done with you, army. I need to get you guys going. Okay, so successful there. Where are you going to be moving next? Oh, Madagascar was taken. How sad. Probably Iran. That's actually not a very good one for Ferduz to go into. We're better off in Russia. No, Russia also is not that great. Taken here. Oh, I could take Belarus. Wait. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think Finnish Jaeger's still here, but man, we can't go into Finland. No. Actually, it would be helpful to go into Finland now. Ukraine has been fully occupied by Humanity First, but I think that we'll still end the war as soon as I have an opportunity to. I plan at least to pull my people out. And the AI will do the same because they won't be able to win with just 2 armies in there. I mean, with just 1 army in there. I don't even think they can win with 2 armies in there. Where else do we go? Okay, so who took this? The initiative? I don't really care about Oman, though, I have to say. Just let them have it. Yeah, I guess Iran. I need Iran.
Taking control.
Quit stalling, start Russian. Thank you.
Ready.
That's the quip. Thank you, ISP.
Standing
Joan,
by.
where are you gonna go? So many opportunities. Should we consider Pakistan? Man, we have like great chances of success here. Okay, you know what? I can be talked into it. I guess the one thing I should consider before I do this is how control point capped am I going to be? I'm getting pretty close. Okay, so we have Kazakhstan. We don't fully have Belarus, which would be a good one for Joan to do. I think she's like the least capable person I have.
Ready to go.
Yes, exactly. So Joan should go and do Belarus instead.
Where to?
Yes, 93% chance. Very good. Control it.
Putting
And then
our
what we're
people
going to
in
do is
place.
we're going to absorb them into the Russian alliance, which will give us a small amount of... We're just making Russia into the Soviet Union again. It's not an idea I got from any contemporary figures in real life. It's just, I thought that that might be a good idea. And who knows, maybe, yeah, maybe Russia, maybe Ukraine does need to remember its history, which is non-existent. It should obviously just be part of Russia. Which is the Eurasian Union. It's the EU. The better EU. The better EU, that's right. Okay, so that's not what I want. I don't know how I got this. How did I get to this? There we go. That's what I want.
Where do you need?
So you're going there, you're
Ready
going
for
there.
orders.
Diana's... Yeah, I guess we can go
Acknowledge.
back to Russia. Will the demo be on Steam tomorrow? That's what I'm led to believe, Craig. Go ahead and enjoy the heck out of it. It's a really fun game. Control nation, 73%. So we'll just expect to fail this a whole bunch in order to save influence points, which we're actually starting to run a little bit low on.
Putting our people in place.
And
Thank you,
Diana...
Shameless.
So what we could do is actually just do it this way. Save influence points by spending 2 people there. Could probably go and take Egypt, though. Just like a point. Again, don't need to rush
Go
it.
outside.
Zoom zoom. The EU, but with roulette and vodka. That's right. Yes, what a great... Oh man, this game is so fun.
We were unable to establish control.
Oh my gosh. Joan, you got some real issues.
Got our people in place.
Okay, Iran, we take it.
We're taking over.
Iran, you ran, whatever. Egypt, success, critical success, which is
We've
even
gained
better.
significant support.
Critical success in Russia, I'll take it. Okay, we completed that. Let's go take me there. What I really wanted to do was... Don't deploy, sorry. What I want to do is send them home. Moscow. Oh, they are both home. Okay, good. Then don't deploy. Just sit there. Go to the next operation period. So we made it until the end of 2022 without, you know, blowing ourselves up or whatever. Hooray! And we got the Egypt army now. Woohoo! Got the Russian army. And pull that one out as well. This one's from Kharkiv, so let's send it to Kharkiv. No, it's in Kharkiv. Where's your home? St. Petersburg. Deploy, and just make sure you're Moscow, Oh, you're supposed to go to Rostov Don. Okay, good. Go back. Go back to your home. That's probably going to have to be where we bring the stream to a close, unfortunately. Maybe we'll go one more period, but I'm actually surprised we didn't get this yet. Okay, it's still a little bit of ways away. I've been zero helpful on this. Now, yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to do this. I'm actually hoping to be able to do a series on this soon, because this game has so much potential. I really want to put some videos of this on my channel. Probably means I'm going to have to make room for it by kicking the Distant Worlds 2 playthrough off the channel. Yeah, I don't know. This will have the space stuff in it. I haven't gotten beyond 2023 in any of my playthroughs. I've been mainly focused on this really cool land grab game, which I find addictive to restart. And oh my gosh, without us even knowing about it, the Academy got Canada, which means they have the potential to get the United States of America too. And the Protectorate got Mexico. So, yeah, the Wolfpack. The reason why those armies don't exist is because the way armies are modeled in this is as forces which can exert force outside of their nation. When you go and invade someplace, you fight their army, quote unquote. But these armies, what they're used for is actually for projecting power abroad. And I guess the comment there would be that the Spanish, Italian, and Finnish and German armies don't have the mechanism to like deploy outside of their country in a meaningful manner, whereas the British and the French ones do. And actually, it's a little. I mean, this is an abstraction, obviously, to a degree, but the Egyptians supposedly have that capability. And, you know, maybe even more surprising, the North Koreans are supposed to have that capability. Might be an optimistic viewpoint of their logistical capabilities, but there it is. It's supposed to be. Supposedly they can. Anyway. Trifler says he's excited to see the ship design. Yeah. We got it. There's so much in this game. I mean, let me just at least showcase that a little bit. You've probably seen it if you've, you know, watched PerunGamingAU's thing, which I'm going to keep telling everybody that they should do. So yeah, this game is not just played on Earth. It's really not supposed to be played on Earth at all. We can go to the moon, and the moon is going to have various resources on it. We can send a probe to find out what resources are actually on there. And then we can land at each one of these sites, and we can extract water, volatiles, base metals, noble metals, and fissiles. Yeah, and then this is how you actually build your spaceships, is that you don't want to build spaceships on Earth and then launch them into space, or even like launch the material to build them in space. You want to do all your construction in space so that you don't have to pay the huge tax for getting from Earth to orbit. So yeah, that's the way it is. Very cool. I haven't gotten there yet, but boy, I love it. So it's really, this game has the feeling of being like Superpower 2 and GeoPolitical Simulator, which is the phase we're in. But it also has like Aurora 4X in it, that you then start setting up mining sites on different planets, and then they're using mass drivers to toss all this material to other places, with no mention about how they're being caught or what the effects of using a mass driver on like something like the moon, if that would have any other effects or whatever. But yeah, anyway, mass drivers were being used to essentially teleport your goods wherever they're needed. Mars, I know, is supposed to have like a lot of stuff that you're going to be interested in, so there's supposed to be a big rush for Mars. And again, in the video description, PerunGamingAU has a really good playthrough. I recommend you check that out. I'm checking it out, and I'm going to continue to follow it. I think it's great. Any other questions or anything else? I'm going to drop off in probably like one more minute, but I'll stick around for any final questions, or if anybody wants to see something in particular I can bring up. Didn't really get far enough to showcase all the other stuff, but I guess while I'm waiting for any questions that might happen, I'll bring up the tech tree again. It's enormous. Enormous. This is the small tech tree that I brought up. This is like the full tech tree. It is a big boy. Big boy. Very big. Very, very big. Many, many, many techs. So yeah, it's I love a tech tree like this. This just gets me excited. This is done by the people who did the Long War, so you know they're in it for a long war, long playthrough. I hear my children are probably waiting for me. You know when the full game is dropping? I have no idea, Lightning. Damn you, Tortuga, you got me hooked on another game that will suck my time. Yeah, Satori, I have to say I feel the same way. I didn't want to get sucked into this game because I have no time for it, but it literally ate up. You know, I'm losing sleep over this thing. I wonder if there are different aliens planned, like if they would really come in peace or had completely different approach. That would be interesting, but I don't know how that all works. Mentions of modding possibility. I don't know anything about that, I'm sorry to say, Mecha. Considering the Long War was a mod for XCOM, one would naively, but one would have like pretty high expectations that modding will be supported and well supported. But that remains to be seen, at least for me. Second half of 2022, according to their Steam post. Yeah, but that might be, hopefully that's true, but the release date was much earlier than that, like 2 years ago. From what I remember, this game has experienced a bit of delays from their original projections, so it looks good to me. It looks pretty polished. I mean, I could see a second half 2022 release, but you know, I wouldn't bet the house on it, as they say. Imagine an Expanse mod. Yeah, I mean, it might be the Expanse already. What I'd like to see is when we saw the alien ship, which I'm not sure if I can go to the ships now. Show all fleets. Yeah, okay, I can. So we can actually look at one of these. They give cruise acceleration in 56 milli-Gs, and then max combat acceleration 3.4 Gs. That's a lot of Gs. I mean, it's pretty good acceleration for a big ship, 4,000 tons. My goodness, that's a lot of acceleration actually. Anyway, you can see that they model all of it. It's really cool. So you know the cruise acceleration. They don't talk about max speed, right? That would be the first sign that you have something's wrong in the universe. There's no max speed in space. So the way they have it is, I'm pretty sure that they're doing like whatever it's called. You accelerate until the flip over point halfway to your destination, and then you flip over and burn backwards. So it looks like the hard science appears to be there. I've seen comments about the radiators, that you have a radiator, but in combat you want to close this up, so it's really good to have heat sinks so you can kind of store the extra heat you require without having a vulnerability of a radiator exposed during combat. So there's a lot of really interesting things about this game. Yeah, Xenonauts 2, a game that will someday be done. Still waiting for the Harry Potter game this year. Oh my gosh, Satori. I don't know anything about Harry Potter games. Well, I'm going to drop the stream here. So, hey, thanks to everyone coming out. I don't even know how many people. I have not even checked. Okay, we have 56 people right now. I have no idea what the peak number was. I didn't really pay attention at all. But hey, I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll sign off here. So yeah, go check out the other content on this game, and basically forget about that starting tomorrow or Tuesday or whenever it is. Go play it yourself. And then good luck to you when you do. So until the next stream or video or whenever I see you on the Discord next, thanks for watching. Stay safe, have a good day, and take care.